Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear student. I do hope you will be in best of your health. In today's lecture, we will start chapter 3, which is related to application of derivative. Let's start with today's lecture. First of all, I would like to define what is increasing function, decreasing function, and what is a constant function. This is definition 3.1. Let a function f be defined on its interval I, and x1 x2 denotes number in that interval I. F is said to be increasing on I if f of x1 is less than f of x2 whenever x1 is less than x2. I will explain this with the help of a graph. Consider a first graph. This is the graph of function f of x at x1. Value of the function is x1, and at point x2 function has a greater value fx2. If the function is in this way, it is going upside at less number it has value less, and at greater number it has a greater value, then this function is said to be increasing function. Its graph will be like that. F is set decreasing on I if f of x1 is greater than fx2 whenever x1 is less than x2. I will explain this with the help of graph. They consider at x1 function has value fx1, and if we increase the value of x, that is x2, a function has value fx2. Now the curve is going down. That's why this function is called decreasing function. Third one, f is constant on interval I if f of x1 is equal to fx2 for x1 and x2. Uh, I will explain this with the help of graph. At x1 function has value fx1. At x2 function has fx value has fx2, which is equal to fx. At both point x1 and x2 function has same value. That's why it's called a constant function. Now we proceed toward definition 3.2, which is related to maximum and minimum value of a function. Let a function f be defined on a set of real number, and let c be number in S. F c is the maximum of f on S if f of x is less than equal to f of c. It means that f is greater than all the values of x belong to S. Fc is uh, fc is minimum of f on S if f of x is greater than equal to f of c. This means that f of x is greater than for every x in S to f of c. I will explain this with the help of uh, graph. This is the graph for the maximum function. Consider this. At C function has highest peak of the graph. This is called the uh, maximum value of a function. Now we will consider the minimum value. Now consider the graph of function fx. Now for a minimum value, you have to see you have to look around the deepest point of the graph. Now the deepest or lowest point is at c is equal to f of c. This is the lowest value of the function. This is called the minimum value of the function. Now let's see definition 3.4. This is related to local maximum and local uh, minimum. Let C be a real number in domain of a function f. Fc is local maximum of f if there exists an open interval ab containing c such that f of x is less than equal to f of c for every x in interval ab. That the domain of f. Uh, Second is Fc is local minimum of f if there exists an open interval ab containing c such that f of x is greater than or equal to f of c for every x in open interval ab, that is the domain of f. I will explain this with the help of example. This is the function graph of a function y is equal to f of x. Now, if in this graph this is the highest peak, this is called the global maximum, or uh, also called local minimum. If we see the highest value in a total interval, that is called the uh, global maximum value. If we look around the highest value in sub interval, that will called local maximum value. In a similar manner, if we see the lowest value in the whole interval, that is called global minimum. If we see the lowest value in sub interval, that would be called local minimum. In this, if we consider function domain from this to this, this is called the local maximum. If we see this highest value from whole on x-axis, this is the highest point, highest peak, highest value. This is called the global maximum. This is also the global maximum and the local minimum of if we take sub interval. And minimum value is the lowest point or deepest point. This is the local minimum or called global minimum of whole interval. Now we will start exercise 3.1. Use the graph to estimate the absolute maximum and absolute minimum and the local extrema of f. We will emphasize in these two questions on global maximum or absolute maximum or absolute minimum. If we consider this graph of function f of x, this is the highest value. This is the highest value, that will be called absolute maximum, and this is the lowest or deepest point, that will be called absolute minimum value. Now, if we see that at x is equal to, this is the highest value, and we will look around what is the value of y 1, 2, 3, and 4. It means that at f of 2, function has highest value 4. This is called the absolute maximum. If we look now we find absolute minimum. This is the lowest point, and this occur at x is equal to 1, 2, and 3, and 4. At x is equal to 4, function has value 0. As you know that at x axis y is 0. This is the absolute maximum and absolute minimum. Now, question 3 to 4, use the graph to estimate the extrema of f on each interval. Now we have to find the extrema. Extrema mean local maximum and local minimum. We have to find the local maximum and local minimum in each of the interval. First interval is in -3 to 3. Before doing this, I will like to tell you that we can find the local maximum or local minimum if it lies between the open intervals, uh, between the open interval. If it maximum or minimum value lie at the end of the open interval, then we cannot find the local maximum or local minimum. However, if we have a closed interval, the maximum value lies between or at end point. We can find at end at the end of the interval maximum and minimum value, and we also can find between the end points local maximum and minimum values. Now, close interval -3 to 3 open interval. It means that x is equal to 3. This is the 3 -3, and this is the +3. Now we find the maximum values. If we look around the highest point, that lies at x is equal to 3. But at x is equal to 3, the interval is open, so we cannot find local maximum at this point. Now we find the local minimum. If we see that deepest point is this. At this point, at x is equal to -3, function has lowest peak uh, -6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. At f of -3 is equal to -6 is the local minimum. Now b part, -3 to square root of 3. Now the we have domain x is equal to minus 3 and square root 3. So this dot shows the x is equal to square root of 3. Now local maximum. If we see that from uh, this to this point, we see that this is the highest point. At x is equal to minus 1, function has highest value 2 by 3. This will be equal to local maximum. And if we look around the local minima, the minimum value lies x is equal to minus 3. But at this side, uh, the interval is open. This is mistakenly written, this is open. I make correction. Now the open lowest value lies at x is equal to minus 3, but at this point the interval is open, so we cannot find local minimum at this point. Now c parts minus 3 square root to 1. It means that square root 3 square root minus 3 means that this is the data point and is equal to x is equal to 1. This Now this is the interval. Now if we look around the local maximum, this is the highest peak and this will be equal to local maximum. F of minus 1 is equal to 2 by 3 is the local max value. Now if we look around local minimum point, from this point to this, we see that this at this point the lowest uh, deepest point or lowest point, but at this point the interval is open, so we cannot find minimum at this point. Now in the closed interval 0 to 3, now we have interval from this point to this. Now if we look around the local maximum lie at x is equal to 3 and has value 6. This is the local maximum. Now if we look the deepest point 0 to 3, this is the lowest point, and f of 1 is equal to minus 2 by 3 is the local minimum. I do hope you will be now easily understand this question. Now, exercise 5 to 6. Sketch the graph of f and find extrema on each interval. In previous question, graph was given. Now you have to plot the graph and you have to find the local maximum and minimum in each interval. F of x is equal to 1 by 2 x square minus 2 of x. This is the graph of this function. Now we will find the local max extrema in each interval. First of all, we have interval 0 to 5. At 0, and the interval is closed. At 5, interval is open. Now, if a is 0 to 5, this is the interval. If we see that the from 0 to 5, the lowest point is lies at x is equal to 2 and function has value minus 2. This is the local minimum. And now if we look around the maximum value that lie at x is equal to 5, but at this point interval is open, so we cannot find maximum value at this point. Now interval 0 to 3, 0 to 3 means we have interval 0 to 2 case. This is now we look around the deepest point. This is the deepest point at x is equal to 2, but at this side the interval is open, so we cannot find the local minimum at that point. And if we see the highest point at x is equal to in the interval 0 to 2, this is the highest point, but at this point the interval is also open, so we cannot find local maximum at that point as well. C part is interval 0 to 4, and now we have interval 0 to 4. If we see that uh, from 0 to x is equal to 0 to 4, function has minimum value at x is equal to 2, which is minus 2. This is the local minimum. And we see that the highest point, highest value lie at x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 4, which is fx is equal to 0. But at this both point, the interval is open, so we cannot find uh, local maximum. Now the d part, interval 2 to 5. Now the interval have now we have value 2 to 5. At x is equal to 2, this is the lowest point, that will be equal to local minimum. F of 2 is equal to minus 2. And at 5, function has maximum value. Uh, this maximum value can be found by put x is equal to 5 in the given question. Oh, that will be equal to 5 by 2. This is the local maximum value. Now let's proceed toward the next definition, critical point. If a function has f has a local extremum at number c in an open interval, then either f prime of c is equal to 0 or f prime of c does not exist. It means that if a function has a maximum or minimum value, then we can find that maximum or minimum value by putting f prime of c is equal to 0, or we can find the all those points where the derivative does not exist. Exercise 11 to 34. Find the critical number of the function f of x is equal to 4x square minus 3x plus 2. First of all, we will find the derivative of this. Derivative f prime of x is equal to 8x minus 3. For critical point, we will put f prime of c is equal to 0. We put f prime of c, is c is, f prime of c is equal to 0 in this. X is equal to c, this will be equal to 8c minus 3 is equal to 0, and c is equal to 3 by 4. This is the critical point for this function. Now let's proceed toward the next question. This question is related to, in definition we have learned that critical point is a point where the derivative is equal to 0 or the point where the derivative does not exist. This question covers the whole definition. F of z is equal to square root of z square minus 16. First of all, we will find the derivative. F prime of z is equal to 2z divided by 2 into square root of z square minus 16. If we cancel 2 from numerator and denominator, we have z divided by z square minus 16. For critical point, first we put f prime of c is equal to 0. If we put this, we will get c divided by square root of squares c square minus 16 is equal to 0. Uh, uh, this will, after multiplying the 0 square root equal to 0, c is equal to 0. This is the first critical point. Now the critical point also where the f prime of c does not exist. F prime of c will does not exist when the denominator is equal to 0. Square root of c square minus 16 is equal to 0. C square minus 16 is equal to 0. If we cancel the square root or taking square on both sides, c square minus 16 is equal to 0, and we find c is equal to plus minus 4. So all first of all we find c is equal to 0 is the critical point, and then we find plus minus 4. These are the critical point of this function. This question covers the whole definition. Now we will find the uh, critical point for trigonometric function. Question number 25. F of t is equal to sine square t minus cos of t. First of all, we find the derivative. F prime of t is equal to 2 sine t cos of t plus sine of t. For critical derivative, we put f prime of c is equal to 0. We will get 2 sine c cos of c plus sine c is equal to 0. If we take sine c common, uh, I would like to do another step so that you can in a better way understand. Taking sine of c common, is equal to, now sine of c is equal to 0. If product two function is equal to 0, it means that first function is 0 or a second. Sine of c is equal to 0 or 2 cos of c plus 1 is equal to 0. Sine of c is equal to 0, it means that c is equal to sine inverse of 0. Sine is 0 when it is equal to theta is equal to pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, and so on and so forth. And you can generalize it as a n pi, where n belongs to set of integers. Now 2 cos of c plus 1 is equal to 0. It means that cos of c is equal to minus 1 by 2, or c is equal to cos inverse of minus 1 by 2. Cos inverse has a function values -1/2 when c is equal to 120 degree. And it has a period of 2 pi n, so c is equal to 3 pi by 2 plus 2 pi n when cos of c has a value -1 by 2. So all the critical points are c is equal to n pi and 3 pi by 2 plus 2 pi n, and where n belongs to set of integer. So, dear student, study this lecture. I have prepared this lecture with a great deal of hard work. Study this. If you have still in course any ambiguity, we will discuss in our online class. Till then, take care of yourself and people around you. Allah Hafiz.